Hi, everybody. We're back with another 6 free betting picks. Got 3 games to look at. We're going to both give a play, both me and Indian Cowboy, and it is going to be for Tuesday's action. It's not Cinco de Mayo. That was on Monday, but day after Cinco de Mayo, maybe a little hangover out there. May 6, 2025, games day. We're going to have 2 in Major League Baseball. We're going to have 1 in the NBA. Probably be about 15 minutes. That's usually about how we go when we do this. And we're going to be doing this more often. We've been doing it a couple times most weeks. So hopefully you'll like what we do. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up. You put in the comments what you like and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on everything. A couple of housekeeping things. DocSports.com/freesicky. That's where you get in our new customers, get in that $60 free account. So make sure you get in on that. That will make sure if you want to try us out, you can do it at no cost. And that comes with a profit guarantee, just like our regular picks. Of course, if you're an existing user, you know how to get in on it. Go to the grid and get in on the grid, the big play alerts. Or if you want to get in a longer pass for both NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, if you like horse racing, whatever you like, you go to the grid and you can get in on them. IC, what do you have big for tonight? Anything big for Tuesday?
I think we're probably going to have an NHL step out. We are on a plus 6,000 run in the NHL, so that's pretty good. And so looking forward to that. And we are hoping to see we're about plus 1,500 in the NBA playoffs right now. We've won 13 of 15 years in the NBA playoffs, so hopefully that'll hold on a little bit here. And, of course, we have our YouTube Premium every day, which is a lot of fun.
All right, so you get in on a step out in the NHL. I'm going to have a step out in the NBA. I won't officially announce it because we're doing this night before. I'm waiting for injury reports. But I think I'm going to have an 8-unit playoff game of the year. So make sure you check it out. If it's either going to be a 7 or 8 unit, it really just comes down to a couple key injuries. And it's going to be in that late game, Warriors and Timberwolves, game 1 of that series. We're on a 16-5 top play run. 16-5 top play run the last 18 days now. So make sure you get in on that NBA top play for today. I also have a small play in Major League Baseball, NHL, but the big one is going to be in the NBA. Also, don't forget about the Premium Plus. It's one heck of a value. What's 90 times 3, $2,700 value? How's that? Level 1 gets you Indian Cowboy. It's just $19.99. You click the link to get in. Level 2 is you get Indian Cowboy plus 3 Premium Plus plays every day from some of our Doc Sports experts. All you got to do is click the link to get in. It's $49.99 for a month. IC, tell them what you get in Level 1.
Yeah, with Level 1, you get an extra video from me every day. You get my 3 extra selections every single day. Today, I think I had the Pirates and Cardinals over, which obviously hit. I also gave you the Athletics today on YouTube Premium and the Mets Arizona over. So it looks like it's going to go at least 2-1, if not 3-0. And you get an extra video every day. So, and on top of that, I usually add my 4-unit premium prop as well. I tack that on there too as an extra bonus. So, yeah, I mean, you're getting, for $20 a month, you're getting 120 selections, not to mention that I don't know what else to tell you, and it hits at a pretty good clip, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so if you get that, plus you get if you get the level 2, you get level 1 included in that. So you don't have to pay the $49.99 plus the $19.99. It's all included. So make sure you take advantage of it. The Premium Plus, it's directly off our plays. 2, 3, and 4 unit plays. It's never the big plays, 5, 6, 7, and 8 unit. Of course, you got to buy those over at the website. But this is a good sample of very strong plays from our cappers. So make sure you check it out. All right, let's kick it off. I know what you're here for. You're here for free plays. And how about we kick it off? Phillies and the Rays. Phillies favored here, minus 125, total 8. Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. I believe it's Rasmussen for the Rays. What do you like in this matchup here, I see?
Well, I mean, you have the Phillies and Wheeler coming in here. They're public favorites, obviously. And Philadelphia lost 9-11 against Arizona last game. And it's been a while since they've lost back-to-back games. They played really well against Washington. They almost swept Arizona, which is pretty good too. And they almost swept the Cubs too. So they've won the last 3 series in a row, if you will. You combine that with Tampa Bay rolling in here, but winning back-to-back wins against the Yankees, which is pretty impressive. They went through they're a funny team. They swept the Padres. They took 2 or 3 from Arizona. Then they turned around and got swept by Kansas City. And they had lost 4 in a row coming in. And then they beat the Yankees in back-to-back games. So you're coming in getting 2 teams that are playing really well. The Phillies are off of a loss. And Wheeler has not faced Kansas City, obviously, this year. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, and 2 runs in his last game. Pretty impressive. What's interesting about Zach Wheeler is he's given up a home run in each of his last 7 starts. So if you're looking for a prop bet there, I would look for Wheeler to give up a home run, because in each of his last 7 starts, he's given up a home run. And, he's given up 5 hits the last 3 straight games. Pretty predictable. 2 runs in those 3 games, 2 against Miami, 2 against the Mets, 2 against Washington. And, he only had 7 strikeouts, which is actually a small letdown for him, too. So I expect him to go over in strikeouts as well. As it relates to Rasmussen here, Drew Rasmussen had a 2.83 ERA last year, and he picked it right where he left off. He's got a 2.6 ERA this year. He went 5 innings, 6 hits, and 3 runs against Kansas City, and he comes off of a loss. And he comes off his worst 2-game stretch against Arizona and Kansas City. He dominated the Yankees for 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run last time. He dominated Atlanta for 5 innings, 4 hits, and no runs as well. 4 of his first 4 starts were either 1 run or no runs. So it's a tough game. I mean, I totally understand why Tampa Bay is only a plus 105 dog. But I think the difference for me here is the fact that I'm actually going to back the Rays here. I understand the Phillies come off of a loss, but I think the Rays are getting a little bit better at the right time. I think them beating the Yankees both times is good. And I really like Rasmussen as a pitcher as well. The fact that, he comes off 6 hits is also a season high in hits for him too. And he comes off of a loss, and I think there's value there. Give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I like a player prop in this one. I like Zach Wheeler over the strikeout total. You mentioned it, over 6.5. He's gone 7, 9, 13, 3, 7, 10, and 8. So of his 7 starts, 6 of the 7 have gone over this total. A couple times he's had strikeout props as high as 8.5, still hit that. I think he goes over tonight, over 6.5. That's a little juiced. So maybe you want to wait until the 7.5 comes. I still would play the over. I think he gets us 9 or 10 strikeouts tonight. So I like the over prop. I think the Phillies do win, but I just not a big favorite, on the road. Rasmussen has been really good. He's kind of been a hard luck loser, to be honest. He's been better than his record indicates. His ERA is more indicative on how good he's been. So I'm going to take Wheeler on the prop over strikeouts. Pirates and the Cardinals. Skeen's on the mound tonight, so they're going to be favored, even though the Pirates are terrible. Pirates minus 135, total 7. We've seen a few games here, I see, where Skeens has actually gotten not his best stuff. Let's just say that. His worst loss was it last time or two back. And it's a Cardinals team that they can't do anything on the road, but man, is this team good at home. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I mean, Pirates have lost 4 in a row, and they lost 3-6 today. That game went over. That was one of my leans, I think. Actually, that might have been in my YouTube premium selection. It was on the Pirates in St. Louis over the 8.5, and that went over. They're coming off 4 straight losses. They're 12-24. And obviously Pittsburgh is favored in this game. St. Louis comes in off of 3 straight wins, which is impressive. They took 2 or 3 from the Mets, which is impressive. I'm trying not to do totals these days. Trying. And, Skeens went 6 innings, 6 hits, and 5 runs against St. Louis last time. He really struggled against them. He got rocked. And I think this is sort of the perfect storm. If you want to take him, maybe I'll do it as my free play or my YouTube premium tomorrow. And that's the reason why you should watch Craig and Arun, because some of these pop up in different – either it comes up as a premium or it comes up as a free play, which you get early, or a YouTube premium. But, he went 5 innings, 5 hits, and 3 runs against the Cubbies, and he had a bad game. He gave up 3 home runs in that game too. He's only given up 2 games worth of home runs, but in his other 5, he didn't give up a home run. This is the same guy that went 6 innings and 5 hits and no runs against the Dodgers. He just had a massive letdown after that game. And if you can shut down the Dodgers, you can beat the Cardinals. And I think this will be a similar type of game. That's why the total is at 7. Really pissed off Pittsburgh. Skeens here. Strikeouts is interesting. Do you know how many strikeouts Skeens had in his last game? Take a wild guess. The answer is 2. Yeah.
That's why he struggled.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if he has an over prop in strikeouts as well. So you basically get Pittsburgh on the bounce back. You get Skeens on the bounce back. And they have Liberatore here, who also went 3 innings, 2 hits, and 2 runs in his last game. He really struggled against Cincinnati. Last game against the Pirates, he went 6 innings, 8 hits, and 5 runs. He got rocked too. He could bounce back. He could. But I just think there's too much going on here for Pittsburgh. And I like the Pirates.
I like the Pirates in the first 5 innings. To me, This team worries me outside of Skeens. He's the one dependable. I know last time he had a little, like that was his worst start of his career. Granted, he's only been in the league just over a year, but to me, I like him in the first 5 innings. I think he'll bounce back. I think this is pretty juiced up, like minus 145 to minus 150, depending on where you look at it. So make sure you shop that around. But I think the Pirates are the play in the first 5 innings. I just don't trust that bullpen, and I don't trust that offense, like to give them a ton of runs. You don't need a lot of run support when Skeen's on the mound, but the bullpen might give up some runs. So let's play the first 5 innings to be safe. Pacers and the Cavs. Before I get to the Pacers and the Cavs and the NBA, don't forget, make sure you get in on that Premium Plus. Click the link in the description. It's $49.99 for a month. That's $2,700 of value if you just bought those 3 Premium Plus plays that come from our experts. So you can't beat that. And on top of it, you get IC's plays for included. So that's another $19.99 value. So make sure you check that out. Okay, Pacers and the Cavs. Cavs lost game 1. Now they're back -9, total of 229.5. We have a Pacers team that's pretty healthy versus a Cavs team that they got 3 guys that are questionable tonight, including Mobley, and Garland missed game 1. He's missed a few games in a row. It looks like he might be ready to come back, but man, 9 points is a lot, I see. I know Cavs have been good against the spread, against big numbers, but in the playoffs, that seems a little dangerous.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the Cavs. And I think it's because you can't go down 0-2 and then go to Indiana.
Sure.
You're in bad shape. And you have all these bobbleheads, talking heads on these sports talk shows that are basically questioning the Cavs' toughness here. The Cavs have now lost to the Pacers 3 straight games. Okay, they lost them. And it's like they lost them from April, 3 straight games. They lost on April 10th by 2. They lost on April 13th in overtime. And they lost again on May 4th yesterday by 9 points. And that's not good. And they were tied going into the fourth quarter, roughly around that. And they fell short. And Indiana shot 53% from the field, 53% from three-point land. Cleveland shot 24% from three-point land. And that was the difference. And I don't think that happens here. I just can't imagine Indiana shooting as well as they did and Cleveland shooting as bad as they did, not to mention triple revenge. This team, and then look, Cleveland just destroyed the snot out of Miami for back-to-back games, 124-87 and 138-83. So I think they were feeling themselves a little bit here, and they weren't doing the small things right, and I think they get back on track. It's a decent public fade. I'm back in the Cavs.
Yeah, I like the Cavs in the first half. I think the Cavs come out and send a message early like, hey, that was a fluke. And I think I also love a prop in this one. This is actually going to be a 4-unit prop, which I'm 8-1 my last 12 days with props now, including a 5-unit winner yesterday. I like Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 points. He had 33 last game, and he was 1 for 11 from threes. I think today he's going to be a lot more downhill, drive and get to the hoop, get things started at the basket, and then that's when you can hit some 3-pointers once you get some momentum. I think he goes over tonight. I think he's like, hey, I'm the best player on this team. You guys get on my back. So I like him as the over. And like I said, I like the Cavs in the first half. I see it like -4.5, -5. Get on it now because I think this one will get juiced up because I think a lot of people are going to think like me where it's like the Cavs will come out early. So make sure you get on it before that line moves. So that's your 3 games that we like. 6 free picks as we do every time where you see the 2 of us. And we're going to be back again. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or the next day, but make sure. All you got to do, it's very simple to make sure you don't miss out. You hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, you turn on notifications so every time one of our videos go up, not just ours, but any of our Doc Sports guides go up, you will get notified. So make sure you don't miss out. All right, IC. Let's get it. It's big. I know you have an NHL big play tonight. Let's hope all the injuries come out the way I want. I'm going to have an 8-unit NBA. If not, we'll be a 7-unit play because I still think it'll be strong. I'm just hoping I get the injury report that I want so I can pull the plug with an 8-unit NBA game of the year tonight. So, all right, guys, we'll see you back again this week. Don't forget, hope all your bets are winning ones.